Hi, my name is Tom Kime. I'm the head chef of Fish & Co, which is the sustainable seafood cafe in Annandale, Sydney. One of the things when you watch a film like The End of the Line is that people think that there's no more fish left in the sea and they decide very radically to never eat fish again. I don't think that that is the right decision. What I think you should do is make a positive choice about sustainability and how you can support sustainable fisheries. That means wild fish from sustainable sources. If you look after the environment, the fish will do the rest for you for nothing. That was one of the things that was told to me in a fishery that I visited last year for my book, Fish Tales. All of the fisheries were certified by the Marine Stewardship Council, the MSC, and what that does is it is an independent auditor, it is a third-party audit to guarantee the sustainability of a fishery. One of the things that we do at Fish & Co is that we are providing only wild fish from sustainable sources. The fish that I'm using are all from Australian and New Zealand waters, and this is also something that you can do as a consumer in your supermarket with your fishmonger, is that you can demand that something is sustainable, and by doing that you can ask whether it has an eco-label like the Marine Stewardship Council. I have 4 tiers in my restaurant of the fish that I'm using. Certain fisheries are fully certified as being sustainable, so I'm using Coorong Yelloweye, I'm using Pippies, and I'm using Hoki from New Zealand. These are all fully certified fisheries, certified by the Marine Stewardship Council. My second tier are fisheries that are in primary assessment, so these are fisheries such as the Spencer Gulf prawn fishery in South Australia, hake and ling fishery in New Zealand, and also albacore tuna as well. These fisheries are in the process of getting that sustainability certification. They will be there within the next 12 months. My third tier of fish that I'm using in the restaurant is fish that is what's referred to as a high biomass, low commercial yield. So things like mackerel, sardines, leatherjacket, bonito, these are all fish that are plentiful, they're not on any WWF watch list as being endangered. So this is a fish that you can buy very readily in a fishmonger or from your supermarket or go to a restaurant. You need to be looking at fish like octopus, sardines, squid, calamari, cuttlefish. All of those things are high biomass, they're fast producing, they're fast breeding, and they are fast maturing. So that means that there's much more of them. My third tier is using fish such as albacore tuna. Now this is a smaller species of tuna. It's not as big as the blue and yellowfin tuna, which get to about 100 kilos. This is more like about 20 kilos. They are faster breeding, faster maturing. They're lower down the food chain, so therefore they're better for you because they're not exposed to so much mercury. And they're also a fish that the bluefin eat for breakfast. So much more of them as a biomass, so it's a fish that you should be using much more. And my fourth tier of fish is I'm using some farm product. So things like farm mussels or crab or scallops or those kind of things are farmed with a very low environmental impact. So some organic black mussels from Tasmania I think would be a very good choice for a seafood menu. At Fish & Co, what I've chosen to do is to have all wild fish from sustainable sources, making delicious food with recipes from all my travels around the world. As a consumer at home, what you need to be able to do is to go to your fishmonger with confidence and ask whether this is sustainable. And one of the things that you can do that with is an eco-label like the Marine Stewardship Council, and also by looking at the recipes that are in my book, Fish Tales. I think it's very important to have a very positive message about what we can do about sustainability. The MSC is recognised all over the world, and there are fisheries in North America, Vietnam, Africa, Europe, England, all of those kind of places. In England and Europe you can go to supermarkets and readily buy MSC certified fish. In Australia it's still quite hard to do so. But you must demand the fish is sustainable, and that way, by looking after our oceans, there will be plenty of fish left for us in the future and for the generations to come, but we do have to act now. That's why a film like The End of the Line is so important, because it draws attention to the fact that unless we do something about it, there will be no fish left. As a chef and an avid fisherman, what I most want to do is to support the fisheries which are going out of their way to be sustainable, and that's something that's really important. So at Fish & Co we are having a very positive message about fish. We don't have to avoid it. If we look after our oceans, then the fish will do the rest for us for nothing. We do have to look after our oceans, we do have to be aware of that fact, and that is what makes a film like The End of the Line so important, because it actually shows that if we don't do that, this is the kind of end result that we can expect. So I'm Tom Kime from Fish & Co. Enjoy your fish.